This week on Inside Boulder News, election season is officially underway with 18 candidates competing for the Boulder City Council. The Living Lab project on Folsom will continue with some modifications, and the annual Tulip Giveaway draws large crowds. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Ashley Prill. This November, Boulder voters will have a choice between 18 candidates to fill 5 open seats on the Boulder City Council. The 9-person City Council is responsible for setting the policies for the operation of the Boulder government. City Council members are elected to 4- or 2-year terms depending on how many votes they get, and all members are elected at large, meaning they are elected by and represent the entire city. Current members Macon Coles and George Karakeen will not be running again, which means there will definitely be 2 fresh faces joining Matt Applebaum, Mary Young, Sam Weaver, and Andrew Shoemaker this fall. 3 council members are up for re-election. Watch videotape statements from each candidate right here on Channel 8 starting September 4th. For more information about the election, visit bouldercolorado.gov/elections. Not only will Boulder voters be electing new council members this November, but they may also be deciding whether or not council members should get a raise and health insurance. Council compensation is one of 6 potential ballot items that will be finalized on September 1st. Right now, council is paid per meeting with a maximum of 52 meetings per year. This amounts to about $10,000 a year, which means each council member would make about $20,000 under the proposal.
What will be considered for final reading is they would maintain the current amount that they're paid per meeting. And then on top of that, for all of these other meetings they attend or where they represent the city or everything else, the work that they do, would be another additional $10,000 per year per council member. Another part of that is health insurance, vision insurance, and dental insurance. And these are very, as we all know, those are very extremely important. And at the current time, council members can use the city's insurance, but they pay 100%. Employees roughly pay 20%, and the city pays 80%. And so that's what we're looking at.
Also potentially on the ballot is the renewal of both the Climate Action Plan tax and the Utility Occupation tax.
The Climate Action Plan tax has done a great amount of our clean energy projects and how do we reduce greenhouse gases. And Boulder is the first to tax themselves on this, and it generates about $1.8 million per year. And what's being recommended for council's consideration is a 5-year extension of that Climate Action Plan tax.
There are 2 components of the Utility Occupation tax, but only one is up for possible renewal this November.
One component is what took the place of the franchise tax when the franchise was not renewed with Xcel Energy. And it's about right now $4.2 million, and that pays for general fund programs. I mean, if it's something that doesn't have a dedicated tax, like utilities or transportation or open space, it can go to pay any of those general fund or general purpose costs.
Other potential ballot items include a change to the Library Commission charter, a tax concerning short-term rentals, and 2 citizen petitions related to growth and development. All of the ballot items will require a formal vote at the September 1st council meeting before they can officially be approved. Watch the meeting live on Channel 8 or online at boulderchannel8.com. For more information, visit bouldercolorado.gov/elections. Once the ballot is certified, information about each of the items will also appear on that website. City of Boulder transportation planners presented initial data gathered from the Folsom Street Living Lab project to City Council in a study session this week. The Living Lab project is part of the Transportation Master Plan and is designed to enhance travel safety for all modes of transportation, including cars, bikes, buses, and pedestrians. After reviewing community feedback, field observations, and travel data, Council directed staff to refine and modify the Folsom Street Living Lab. This will include a variety of design modifications with special attention paid to intersections between Pearl Street and Canyon Boulevard. This remains an experimental approach that will continue to be evaluated for ways in which it is improving the travel experience as well as ways it is impacting negatively. For details about the project or to share your experience, visit boulderlivinglab.net. The Boulder Valley Comprehensive Plan may sound like something that only a bureaucrat could love, but it is, in fact, a critically important document that guides our community's plans for the future, including ways to approach both preservation and development of the built and natural environment. As we look towards the next 15 years, it's time to dust off the plan and give it an update. The city and the county partner on this plan, and they want you to play a role in the conversation.
The comprehensive plan provides that long-term vision, 15 years and beyond, and we do an update every 5 years to just check in, make sure there are not new issues that we haven't thought of, what's new on the horizon. For this update, we're going to be looking at climate change and resilience, because those are big topics that are up and coming that we need to think about planning into the future. But we'll also check in and look at growth and development, neighborhood character, urban form, transportation, housing, all of the other things that are currently in the plan that we have guidance for, and just make sure that we're on the right track and that we're implementing the community's vision. We'll have a lot of opportunities for community input to check in about those things and to figure out what that vision is now.
The Boulder 2030 kickoff event will take place at Chautauqua on August 31st from 4 to 8 p.m. Activities and dessert will be served at the picnic shelter starting at 4. And identical presentations will take place at both 5:15 and 6:30 at the community house. If you can't make the event, the presentations will be available online. You can also sign up for email updates and learn about upcoming events at bouldervalleycomplan.net. Each spring, the tulips on the Pearl Street Mall bloom in unique and impressive displays thanks to the hard work of the city's Parks and Recreation staff. The tulips are imported directly from Holland, and once they bloom, city staff removes and stores them until the annual Tulip Bulb Giveaway each August.
The Parks and Rec Department believes in focusing on community building and community outreach activities, so events like our Tulip Giveaway today are really important to that end. And it not only beautifies the Pearl Street Mall here, but by giving them out to people in the community, it beautifies the community as well.
Bags are given out on a first-come, first-served basis, and this year staff handed out about 300 of them. Each bag contained roughly 15 bulbs. The community celebrated the official reopening of the Pearson Kids Fishing Pond this week. The pond was severely damaged in the 2013 flood, and through funding from both FEMA and the City of Boulder, it was completely restored and revitalized.
We try to be resilient and sustainable in how we develop our stream corridors and parks. And so the fishing ponds is also a great example to see how an amenity can be built within a floodway to provide recreation opportunities and activities, but also be smart about how we develop in the floodplains. So the new construction, you'll see bridges that were replaced and different piers, but they're now built in a way that's more resilient to the flood. We've also included some rocks and other things that aren't as, if the floodwaters came through, they wouldn't be damaged. They're just natural fishing areas. So it's a great example that we can look at to say, how do we build back better and not just, completely replace. So it's a smart way to rebuild the ponds.
The revitalization wouldn't be complete without the restocking of the pond by Boulder Fish and Game Club, a $5,000 donation from Boulder Flycasters, as well as help from Colorado Parks and Wildlife and Rocky Mountain Anglers. Find out more information about the pond on the city's website. The East Boulder Community Center will be conducting its annual maintenance from August 29th through September 13th. This year's maintenance projects include the installation of new plaster in the lap pool, new carpet, sanding and repainting the entire gymnasium court, and preventative maintenance to major electrical, mechanical, and plumbing systems. While the facility is closed, community members and pass holders will have access to the South and North Boulder Recreation Centers and the West Senior Center. In addition, the city's Spruce Pool extended its outdoor pool season and will be open for lap and open swimming through September 13th. For more information, call the East Boulder Community Center at 303-441-4400. Thank you for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.